statement, another charge, another claim that's been levied against you. So it's been claimed that you did dope. It's been claimed that you are basically a dope head. You a dope fiend. That basically you do dope. You was doing dope in the past. You're doing dope now. It was said that you're known as the neighborhood dope head. That basically like everybody in the neighborhood they cool with you, but they know you do dope and stuff like that. So is there any truths to that state? What I just claimed, or can you please explain this to us?
All right, so look, shout out to me. I've been clean for 12 years. I did indulge in that activity. Um,
I mean,
at the
I
time,
want to stop it and say congratulations, bro, because
yeah.
that
But this,
situation, I know. Listen, because my mother was on that, bro. My mother
this
did
some strong
that
shit.
drug, bro.
I'm about to say some real shit.
Yeah,
Like
she
this
did,
some
bro.
mad time. I ain't on no joke time. My
So I understand. I
friends,
understand what they go through.
my young niggas and shit like that. I don't give them Percocets. I don't give them drunk. I don't do that. They'll tell you in the hood, I don't play around with it. I respect it. You feel what I'm saying? And I'd have been around a lot of stuff. Eon can vouch for that. But that's the strongest thing I ever faced in my life. That's the toughest thing I ever faced in my life. I wake up every morning with the last one and thank God that I don't have the love and the passion that I see dudes. Like some of these dudes, bruh, like I know he be bidding on this channel, but some of my friends still do that shit. The ones that weren't able to escape it. And they be watching him say it and they hit me up and be like, man, and you could feel the anger in them. And the only thing that hurt me, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't got no answer. Ain't no answer to it. 95% of us that get on it either gonna go all the way down or die from it. I was just blessed to not fall in love with it. I got a different passion. I ain't gotta be no junkie. I'm healthy. I ain't gotta snort no blow. You wanna bring up my past? But look, he was doing all the boot shit. But I don't gotta mention that. That's too small for me to mention. I'm bigger than that. You want me to be a dope fiend? You telling the world I'm doing dope now? I ain't no motherfucking dope fiend.
And
Why you gonna tell them that I'm clean?
just for
That's what
people
I'm
who
saying. Why
don't
you don't
know,
tell them I beat
what
it?
is boot?
Boot is like that Molly shit. But
Molly.
that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Why you won't tell them that I beat it? You don't want me to win? This the hardest thing in life. And I beat it straight up. I beat it straight up.
Bro,
You
I'm
won't
gonna
talk
just
about my accomplishments? I'm saying Aunt Glizzy, just say, yeah, he used to be a dope fiend, but he clean. You won't even tell him I'm clean. You still tell him I'm getting high. You want me down that bad, bro? You know, motherfucking one of them dope fiend. I'm the inspiration for every youngin' that put a Percocet in his mouth, drink that lean. I'll give them hope that they could get off of it. Cause I was getting high 90 going north. It's people in the world. It's girls that know I was getting high. It was dudes that know I was getting high. You ain't said nothing slick. But am I getting high now? Nah. Do I give youngins drugs? Nah. I be on man time when it come to them opiates. I don't give them to nobody. I ain't selling them. I don't give a fuck how much money I make. I don't indulge in that activity. I don't give it to another human being because when you give it to a human being, you can really cause their life to die. So I back away. I respect it. It respect me. I go through my life. When people ask me how I do it, I say I don't know. I tell them the truth. I don't love it. I don't know how I did it. I'm going through my life. I'm living my life without that. And
what
I've been around it.
what
Hmm?
would you say initially made you started wanting to mess with dope, heroin?
Hanging with my hot ass co-defendant. I ain't really know what that shit was like that. You know, I'm like, what the fuck is that? You feel what I'm saying? I see him do it. I ain't thinking there's nothing of it because, you know, he ain't whole time. That was some bad man shit. When I got in the feds around the men and I'm telling my story, they like, you was doing what? You feel what I'm saying? I was embarrassed. So that's a part of the embarrassment was the reason I never did it again too. Cause all the gangster shit I did and just off me playing with my nose, it got wiped away.
So
Nobody
basically,
respect no junkie.
in the streets, it was like you did all that gangster shit. Don't matter what all the gangster shit you did. Soon as you start smoking dope, you became a junkie.
That's
Out
how
of
they
people's
gonna look at
eyes.
it. And guess what? I know this might seem hurtful, but I love my friends like that. like I love them even if they do it or not, but they don't get a chance to be around me because I used to do it. I know how I think. When you fuck around with that shit make you to a different person. And like I say, man, I thank God, Mo, that I didn't come home, pop a Percocet or buy a bag. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just glad, man. I ain't on that shit. And to everybody, y'all got family members on that shit, man. Pray for them, bro. Cause that's a strong thing to try to get over. That's a
I just
very strong thing.
I just want to say, bro. I was about to say it earlier, but shout out to you, bro, for kicking that. My mother, and shout out to my mother, Melissa Ba. She was from Montana too. She was doing dope for years. She wasn't really in my life because she was on that shit. You feel me?
Mm,
I was raised by my grandmother, fool. It was a hard growing up with a mother like that, and she also was kind of, she had bipolar, real crazy and stuff of that nature. So she was a little crazy. But I love my mother. My mother was always fun. She was the life of the party, but she couldn't be there, and she didn't win that battle, son. She ain't win that battle, fool. She died in 2017, fool. I had my baby in 2015, fool. I thought
mm,
that she would. I was like, damn, she fucked up when I was growing up, but at least she gonna be there for my daughter. And she died like
mm,
a year and a half. My daughter was like a year and a half, and she OD'd, and then she had a heart attack.
mm.
Yes, and my mother lost that battle, bro. She didn't survive. She died, and she's not my kids. My don't have no grandmother, and I was like, damn. At least if she wasn't there for me, she at least they'd be there for her grandkids. I got a friend around my way. He recently died from dope. We all knew the hood knew he did dope. He used to go. He went off to jail. I think he got on that shit when the jail came back around the way. And the way my hood, the way we treated it is like you can't a nigga. If you was a cool nigga, real nigga, and then you fell victim to that shit. You ain't do it around us. You play like you didn't do it, but we all knew. You feel me? Cause you'll be nigga be on the block, probably smoking, right, chilling. But why we all smoking the same weed, but you like this? You leaning and shit. You know how that shit go, and then niggas might see it. But one thing I do regret, bro, is that I hung with son and I didn't say too much about it. I brought it up one time. I was like, bro, like they saying that you on that shit, fool. I know you ain't on that shit, but if you is on that shit, fool, don't be on no dumb shit. You need to get off that shit. I played around with it, but I knew he really was, and I never came at him on some real nigga shit. Like, hey, bro, you don't need to be on that shit. Like I was,
That's right. Ah,
cause it was like the little thing is like everybody knew, but nobody said shit. Cause he was a cool nigga. You feel me? Like he wasn't acting like no unk. He wasn't out there like no, addict or nothing like that. He was just right
you ain't
there.
think it was
He
gonna hurt
stayed
him.
fresh. He stayed fresh. You know what I mean? On that. You feel me? Funny, all
Mm-hmm.
that, bro. And I approached it, but I didn't approach it how I felt I could have. So let's just change the
And you
subject,
feel you
man.
could have
Cause
you could have did more.
yeah, yeah, man. But rest in
It's
peace
so,
to
man.
my mom. Rest in peace to my man.
Rest in peace to your
Man,
mother,
man.
man.
And I'm happy to hear that you kicked that, bro. Like real live. You a real nigga. I'll give you that. Just off of that. You was a real nigga, bro. You
So
was.
listen. If they want to tell them, yes, I did, used to do it, and I'm the motivation for the young niggas. Like y'all can get off of it. You could do it, y'all. Y'all don't need the knockane. I didn't take a suboxone. I didn't do none of that. I just stopped.
And you said that was hard. One of the hardest things you did in your life.
That's the hardest thing ever I did in life. I had to face ever. There's nothing in life I faced that was stronger than that. My mother dying wasn't stronger than that. That's the hardest thing in life I ever faced.
let's move on.